Okay, I would like to welcome you, YouTube friends and family, to my new channel. And we're here in sunny South Florida. It's a little bit windy today. And the name of my channel, Powerbox, most people call it solar power generator, or they call it all types of names. I keep it plain and simple. It's electricity in a box, so I'll call it a Powerbox. Now, the parts that I have in here, I accumulated within, I guess, about a year. So I bought them piece by piece. The first thing I had got was the charge controller with Victron, and then I had got a pure sine converter with Gandel, and then what else I had acquired? So all the other pieces I had set up was with cheap parts that I got from Amazon, and I basically had a setup because this was originally on a board. So like everybody else, once you got it set up on the board, you eventually wanted it on the box. But don't laugh at me. My setup was originally on the board, and I was using, actually using car batteries as batteries until I was able to get money together and get some lithium batteries, because that's definitely what I was aiming for. I kind of wanted to stay away from the deep cycle battery because of the disadvantages, but we're here in South Florida, so we don't have to worry about the freezing or temperature getting below zero. So that's one of the perks of having a lithium phosphate lithium phosphate, a lipo. So that's one of the benefits of having a lithium lipo battery. The temperatures do not go too low in South Florida. So eventually I wanted everything to be in a box. So this is a plain old box. This is about like 56 quarts, I'm gonna say. I could have went for like a Rubbermaid, but they were too soft, and they had cases, like boxes that was from 200 to 400, and there's no way I wanted to spend that much because I could have put that money in components, and that's what I was doing. Eventually I was acquiring and replacing the cheap components. I'm actually that I had to take you along with me. Okay, this is the front, well, I would call the front of the plain old box of my power box, and this would be the side. This is the setup that I have on the side. I actually cut these out. This is a panel actually, and these are the power buttons that I put in here. One is actually for a fan that I have set up in the back. There are like variable speed fans, so that way it comes with a circuit board, so that way when it reaches certain temperatures, like if I'm going camping or if it's just sitting out somewhere in hot weather or in the sun, that when the weather gets a little too hot, the fans will turn on and cool off the box. And these two right here don't work yet because I'm planning on connecting these to LED lights. This actually work. These work. This work. It's connected to a fuse box. These are chargers. I mean, you could charge miscellaneous stuff, and they actually have on and off button. Same thing for this. This one I'm gonna be replacing because I just ordered one. This one don't have an inline fuse for the positive, but I'm connected to the fuse box. But I want to upgrade it because, you know, every couple of months you have to upgrade. So it's gonna actually be a USB-C, and this one is just for miscellaneous. I mean, I can actually get a charger, like a cell phone charger, and just stick it in there and still be able to use it as more charging ports. Or like if I have a camping refrigerator or just a 12 volts appliance. So, and these are more USBs, and then AC. I have 2 AC chargers just in case if I need more AC chargers. Some more is available inside. And then this is keeping track with voltage, but that's not the proper way to keeping track with the battery capacity. So that's just one of the reasons why I'm making the video today, because I'm planning on putting in a shunt in this box. So I'm gonna be disassembling the whole box, and then y'all see the whole build of how, you know, I built it, but basically in reverse. And this is one of the fans, and this right here is the other fan. Okay, while I have this set up, you're gonna have to bear with me. It's a super windy day, so if the camera seems to be shaking and you start to get dizzy, hold on to something. Okay, unfortunately, I do store some stuff in here because at this moment I'm not using it. And actually, everything is pretty much safe because I have this breaker right here, and that's what turns on everything. So that's off. That's basically my main power switch. So once this goes on, you'll see my charge controller, smart solar charge controller from Victron Energy lights up. And this is my Gandale 1500 watt pure sine wave inverter, and this is my fuse box. This is where all my 12 volts appliance are connected. And like I said, everything on this everything on the positive is fuse right here. Way down here it's another fuse. I got about like 4 to 5 items connected to the fuse box, and that'll be the fan. That'll be the 4 USB outlets, and that'll be one of the switches which control the fan. And basically the 2 batteries that I have in there is lifetime battery, which is the 12 volts 100 amp minis, and they're actually laying flat and are separated. So they're actually laying flat, and those are the 2 cables that come straight to the, well, the positive cable goes straight to, let me make sure I'm correct. Yeah, negative cable goes straight to the converter, and then the positive cable actually goes straight to the breaker before it goes to the converter. So the positive cable is coming from the bottom and it's going straight to the breaker, and then on the other end of the breaker is going straight to the converter. So that positive control all the power in the box, except for the fuse. The fuses that I have, they're directly connected to the battery. So this is kind of like on an always on position, because the 12 volt items that I have are direct current, and then they have their own switches, so shouldn't be an issue with that. This is the on button, as you can hear, that just turned on the power inverter. That's the on button for the inverter. That is connected on this end, and it goes to the front right here. So let me see if you get a better shot of that. Okay, I like it. No, we can't. But if I move it over a little bit, you'll probably see the connection. The inverter connection is right over here. Right now it's reading 13.2, so it's full battery right now, almost a completely full battery. So what I plan on doing is taking everything apart down to where I get to the battery, because I do plan on adding 2 more batteries in switching this whole system into a 24 volt system. So I do plan on 2 more batteries, and I do plan on switching out this inverter to a 24 volt 3000 watts. So hopefully I can get that done by I'm gonna say in 6 months. So this is one of the things that I am trying to upgrade to also, Okay, I do want to show
There's
you
a
how
few
some
items
items
that
that
I
I
wanna
want to add. This is the button to the converter. I'm actually gonna shut it off to save some power. So even though I shut it off, you'll see the charge controller is still blinking because it still have power from the battery. And for me to shut that off, I just have to press this button of the circuit breaker, and then eventually in a few seconds it'll stop blinking. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but it takes a while for the charge controller to realize there's no electricity in it. Okay, there it goes. It stopped blinking. So the only thing I would say that is live right now is this fuse box, because this fuse box is directly connected to the battery. But everything is off, like dead. Except for the 12 volts appliance, which is connected to the fuse box. So, but all of those have switches. So like, example of my fan. So if I come around and press the button for the fans, you'll actually hear the fans come on. It's a little windy today in South Florida, so I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to hear it. The fan is running. And this is the circuit board. If I can get to it. Okay. This is the circuit board to the fan. So right now that's how fast. And they can't read that. But that's how fast the fan is running right now. And you can adjust it to whatever temperature, and it will make a beep anytime the fan is adjusted, or if it have any fault or error. This microphone right here is, or speaker, is for the fan. It will beep. So once we get everything set up with this, I'm gonna actually find a spot or a case. Probably you'll build a case for it, so that way I don't get a short circuit. So that way I don't get no fault. I don't want it to ground and burn down the whole house. That's not good. One of the good things of building your own power box / solar power generator is that if any of your parts go bad, you can easily replace it. Suppose your fan stopped working, you can take it out and replace it. Suppose your solar charge controller stopped working, take it out. You might have a spare line around, you can replace it. Suppose your converter, which is one of the most expensive part of the build, goes out. Take it out and replace it. See, the con of buying a brand new, like put together one, is that a year, 2 years later, a part of it can go bad. Then you're gonna have to throw out the whole thing and buy a whole nother, and that can get really pricey. Because I mean, who have the money to spend? Who have the money to throw away? When you have something and just when the warranty goes, that's when it breaks down on you, and then you done spent $1,500 to $3,000 on something that you want to be reliable. So, like over here, I have parts. So this basically, I have two batteries, two more like-term batteries that I have coming in, and a 24 volts in pure sine inverter coming in, because I do want to swap out the whole system and turn it into a 24 volts. And for me to do that, all I have to do is just reconfigure the batteries, because I do have two, but then I'm gonna add two more, so I'm gonna make it 4. So I'm gonna reconfigure the battery where I have 12 volts in parallel, another 12 volt in parallel, and series connect those two, to make a 24-volt system, and then replace this 12-volt pure sine converter with a 24-volt pure sine converter, and then bam. So there's another accessory that I am gonna need is the 12-volt accessories. I'm gonna have to buy a converter for that, like a step-down converter, so that way I can still have these working. So that's one of those items that I'm gonna need once I turn this whole system into a 24-volt system. So basically, I just want to do one tear down with this box. So that way I have parts. Like I said, when certain parts expires on these, you can always upgrade. See, right now we're using the USB-Cs. So all I have to do is just switch out. This only cost me $15 instead of going out and buying me a whole new power generator because I need some USB-Cs connection. I can just do that. $15 purchase, and I just upgraded my power generator. And I forgot to mention, I do have a fuse in between this breaker and the battery. So I definitely want to just do a one tear down so I can just upgrade the system as a 24-volt. And then there's other items that I do want to add to this system, like interior lights. These LEDs I want to add on the inside, so that's why I have the extra switch. So that way, anytime I'm using the box at nighttime and I need lights on all four corners, I'm gonna have this switch into the fuse box, so that way I have interior lights. So that's one of the add-ons that I'm gonna be adding on to this power box. And then another add-on is the shunt. So this is the most accurate way of keeping in track with battery capacity. So voltage, can't do it down to the last couple of watts, impossible, but definitely you can do it with this. So once I add a shunt, and then I'm gonna cut a hole on the side of the box because I have plenty of space left. This is gonna be my display for the shunt. This is actually a Victron Energy Bluetooth powered shunt. So kudos to Victron. I'm not affiliated, so I had to purchase it with my own money. And another thing I do want to add on, but let's move over here. Moving over to my fun box. Why I call it my fun box? Because this is where I keep all my spare parts, like tools, Dremel, spare inverter. Okay, this is another thing I want to add on to this is LED lights. But these LED lights are going on the outside of the box, so that way if I'm in the dark, somewhere dark, and I need some light outside the box, so that's why I have that other switch. So it's 3 switches. I have one switch for the fan, one switch for the interior lights, and one switch is gonna be for this LED light set that's gonna be outside the box. And it's super bright. Definitely can show you an example, because when I had that LED connected to the original setup that was on the board, yes, you'll see it's super bright. So this is the box where I keep all of the tools, spare. I crimp and I cut my own cables. So this is an example. So I crimp and I cut. I mean, it's a lot cheaper doing it that way instead of spending a lot of money. Heat gun. And these are crimps. This is a box of fuse that I keep for that fuse box that I got over there. And then these are terminals. So everything I stored up on, so that way if there's an emergency situation, I can just go to this fun box, which I call my fun box, and then re-up and replace whatever I have to replace and instantly get it done, and voila. You know, no running to the store trying to pick up $2,000-3,000 solar power box, and then if it's in a situation of emergency, then like who's gonna be open, you know? So I'm gonna be putting all this stuff back. Not exactly how it was, but I'm gonna try to get it close. Okay, fast forwarding. Got everything fixed. Okay, this is another box that I have spare parts in. Terminal, heat shrink, more wires, switch, MC4 connectors, more breakers, more terminals. Can't never have enough terminals. Switch and spare fuses. So those are one of the things that I keep in hand just in case there's issues. And most of the stuff I ordered, they come in 2s and 4s, so that's a good thing, because for the price, when you do have a situation, you can always, you know, fix and repair stuff yourself. So I forgot, I didn't show you the connection, which I'm gonna be fixing and upgrading. If I can find that connection. I don't know where it went at. Okay, I can't find it right now, but I'm gonna be doing reconnecting. So where I have Anderson plug connected to the side of the box, and then this will go out to my solar panels. But for right now, I connect my solar panel MC4 cords directly to the charge controller, and this would connect to this that's on the ground, and then these are like an extension that I use, and I follow it all the way out to the middle of the yard where I would have my panels laid out. So that's why my grass are like dead and fried, because if you do have your solar panels touching the ground, it's gonna cook whatever it's laying on. So on the ends, I have mini connections because I do connect more than one solar panels. One of the panels that I have right now, it's leading right here, is EcoFlow, and this is only 160 watts solar panel. I mean, I liked it at first, but it's not doing too well in the sun, so the sun is cooking it. But what's really lasting, which I need to order 2 more of these panels right here that I have. So I need 2 more of those, and then I'll have this set up on a bracket to where I just use that as a backup. Say hi to my banana plant. Sorry, I'm getting off the subject. Okay, actually I got mango trees growing, so yes, I'm learning the garden. I got other mango tree that I just planted, banana tree on that corner, sugar cane. So this channel is just gonna be one of those channels just gonna be all over the place. The garden, I'm working on the garden, so that's in progress. Other banana tree. But back to what I was doing. Moving along, for the price wise of this power station, I would say it's pretty good. There's more pros than cons, so I would think it's a great buy. The capacity of this power station is about like 2,600 kilowatts, 2600, 2.6 kilowatts to be exact. So comparing the kilowatts to the how much you spend versus just buying a whole unit, I think you're gonna come out good with this situation.